specifically how you, Jimmy, and Draymond, all three together, work really well defensively. Why do you think it is, and how much pride do you personally take on that end of the floor?
Like I said, it just comes down to the IQ piece. I think none of us are elite with our foot speed, but we understand, what kind of shots guys want to get to, what the offense is trying to get to, what we're on defense. And I think for me, it's just taking that challenge of, tonight was Kyrie, Tuesday it'll be LaMelo, just kind of taking that challenge. But I mentioned the other day, I have, super confidence in my teammates that, if they do end up getting by me, I have them to help me. So it just allows me to be a little bit more aggressive.
What do you see in Moses that has allowed him to sort of take this next?
Hearing the words that Andre said and other people said about him, and just this kind of moment for the franchise.
Yeah, it was a beautiful experience. Obviously, I didn't get to be his teammate, but just the things that I've heard from a bunch of guys who were his teammate that are still on this roster. It's been nothing but good things said about him, and then just to see what he's doing for us as the NBA now is even more special. And I know Raymond's probably proud of that. But the 4 championships, the Finals MVP, everything that he's done for this organization, he's deserving of this for sure.
Brandon, the last time you guys played in this arena, you didn't have Jimmy Butler. Did it feel any different, just the atmosphere, the energy tonight?
Yeah, you could hear it from pregame introductions, just the applause he got, and what we've been doing with him on the road, and it definitely was a different environment for sure. We went on a couple big stretches there where the crowd really got into it, which was nice to see, and it just stinks we only get to do it one more time before we go back on the road. Yeah, I think similar to me, just being around a bunch of high IQ guys, it allows Moses' role and just mental clarity of what's expected of him out there, and for him right now it's guarding the second or third best wing, shooting the 3-ball at a high level, and it's way more clear out there for him of what he needs to do.
You obviously were playing well before the trade, but what about playing with Jimmy brings out even more from you? Why do you think you and Moses, for that matter, are thriving next to him?
I think, like I had mentioned in Sacramento, just another high IQ player, and the beauty of a guy with a high IQ is you can put him in any system, and he's going to figure it out. And I think just adding that element to what we kind of already have has been the transition has been seamless, and you guys have seen it for the 6 games now, I think it is. And so when we're out there, just easy flowing basketball.
I guess follow beyond the basketball. Before you guys have, I guess somewhere I saw you made reference to him playing college ball in Milwaukee. You obviously from Milwaukee. Is there some connection with him?
Yeah, there's a connection there. Obviously, he played at Marquette, which is in Milwaukee, and so me being from there, we're just kind of familiar with the areas and just give each other a hard time. But I think it's just been great, both on and off the floor with me and Jimmy.
And do you feel, it seems, from someone who's watched you most of your career, all your career here, you seem just more comfortable, more free, more confident as you take that 3. I mean, you're ready. There's no hesitation. I know Steve's talked to you about and talked to us about wanting you to shoot quicker. It seems like you're doing that. How comfortable do you feel with that catch and shoot jumper?
Yeah, I feel comfortable in it. I think a lot of that just comes from being on the floor, playing more consistently. That's helped that feeling.
What have you noticed about the way you guys are 3rd defensively since bringing Jimmy over? What have you noticed about the way your defense has changed as a team since acquiring Jimmy?
I think we've been more intentional on the details and the principles that Stack's been talking about. I think Jimmy definitely brings a defensive mentality. He goes and gets a lot of steals. He's intense. He's guarding the ball. He's in help, as well as Draymond, doing what he does. That allows everybody else to kind of follow suit and pay attention on that side of the ball.
And what about?
Yeah, I think that just gave us such a confidence knowing we could compete at that highest level, understanding that you had a guy that wasn't going to be rattled by anything, and that's just who he is as a person.
I was just curious. You obviously were playing well before the trade. but it seems you and Brandon are very comfortable in that new lineup with Jimmy. What about playing with Jimmy has sort of brought out even more in you, do you think?
I like what he does to our offense. It just feels more solid, just having that threat. He causes a lot of attention. And, so just being out there, finding cutting lanes, open shots are all available. So I guess he's been having a big effect on making.
Brought up Steph and sort of his gravity. I mean, beyond just playing with Jimmy, you and Brandon are basically playing with 3 Hall of Famers. How much does that strategically, but also just sort of emotionally, swagger-wise, to be playing with Steph, Draymond, and Jimmy? How much does that help your confidence?
Yeah, it's cool. Just having, big bro behind your back make you walk a little different for sure. But then being able to obviously learn from the guys and pick up tendencies and things that they do, definitely been cool. I was thinking about that watching Andre get his jersey retired, just how many Hall of Famers that I've played with over the years. It's pretty
The defense, and he fed you for a wide open dunk. I mean, how much do you guys feel like you mesh, and how much do your games sort of complement or help each other?
Yeah, I think our games do complement each other. On that one, Steph drew all the attention to him, so I was able to get the cut, and Brandon was able to find me. I think our games, especially because he's always looking, he can attack, but he's always got his head up, looking to the other side of the floor. You see him make that whip pass to the corner a lot of times coming off the ball screen. I think our games do complement.
And I guess you